Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Myself Sanchi. I am a second year MBBS student in a government medical college in Maharashtra. Today's video is a must watch if you are just getting started with your first year MBBS. Today we are going to discuss about all the books that you will need to refer during your first year. So let's get started. You have 3 subjects to study in your first year: anatomy, physiology and biochem. Anatomy will tell you of what the structure is actually made of. Physiology will tell you of how the structures work coordinatively, and biochem will tell you of the molecular basis of these structures and all the pathways occurring in our body. There are 3 types of books that are written for MBBS students. First are your gold standard books that are mostly written by foreign authors. The language is quite difficult to understand, but the concepts are explained in a very great way in the gold standard books. They come in 2 editions. One is the international edition, and then there is the Southeast Asian edition, which is in a little bit of an easier language for Asian students to understand. So you may refer to Southeast Asian editions of the gold standard books if you want to. Second are your medium level books. They are mostly written by Indian authors, and that's why they have multiple advantages of using these books. One is they come in easier language as compared to the gold standard books, and it is written taking into consideration the Indian examination pattern. So it is very easy to use these books while learning the concepts as well as for writing answers in the examination. And third are ground level books. I personally would not ask you to refer to ground level books for your entire year, because they are given in all the concepts in the ground level books are given in a very summarized manner. These help to revise concepts right before examination. You can use the PDF of these books to revise concepts right before examination. These books usually contain important topics and does not have all the topics that you are supposed to study. So not a lot of students refer to ground level books, but the ones who have not studied for their entire year and just want to pass the examination somehow without building a lot of concepts, without taking into consideration the concept building and grasping process, those students refer to ground level books for clearing the examinations. I personally would not recommend you to use ground level books from the beginning till the end of the year. Starting with anatomy, it is a very vast subject, but it is a very useful subject taking into consideration your medicinal practice. You have to study anatomy in different heads. We have general anatomy, gross anatomy, embryology and histology. So the gold standard book for anatomy is Gray's Anatomy. A lot of students actually refer to Gray's Anatomy to get a very good orientation of organs and muscles and structures in our body. It helps in concept building. The medium standard book for anatomy is BD Chaurasya. BD Chaurasya, it is the best book that one can read. All the medical students, may it be MBBS, BMS, physiotherapy, all of them refer to BD Chaurasya at least once in their entire educative life. I have BD Chaurasya with me here. It comes in 4 volumes. First is for upper limb and thorax. Second is for lower limb, abdo and pelvis. Third one is for head, neck, face, and the fourth very important is for neuroanatomy. BD Chaurasya is the best book to gain concepts, to revise concepts and summarize them before your examinations. It also helps you with writing answers in the exam. This is because the topics that are written in BD Chaurasya, they are written in a very summarized, very note-like manner. So it's very similar to making notes. So definitely BD Chaurasya is a must-have. If you are borrowing this from your seniors, you may or may not get a small general anatomy handbook. So I'll just show you the general anatomy handbook. This is the handbook of BD Chaurasya that you get along with the 4 volumes of the book, or you may purchase it off of Amazon for around 400-500 rupees. So you're supposed to read very few concepts from this handbook, but this helps in writing examinations because you will definitely have 1 or 2 long questions, like 5 or 7 mark questions in your examination from general anatomy. So this is a must-have book as well. You can also get a PDF of this book online and you may read it as well. For embryo and histo, 2 great books written by the same author are Human Histology by Inderbir Singh and Human Embryology by Inderbir Singh. Human Embryology is written in a very beautiful way. It is written in a story-like manner with different chapters for different topics. So this is very great for revising as well as studying the concepts. This is great for clinicals as well, because all the cases that are given here in IB Singh of Human Embryology, that will help you in your clinicals as well as in examinations. And there are a lot of other option of books for Human Histology, but I did refer to IB Singh for Human Histology. It has slides in both your microscopic format as well as your H&E format that will help you in drawing those in your journals. So both of these are great books. These are journals that my college used for anatomy. You may refer to journals that your college has asked you to refer to. Journals are just for completion, mark wise. Histology journal is great for revisions right before your exams. You will just go through the slides and they'll help you in identification as well as drawing those in your final examination. So yeah, journals are a must and you will get them from your college. You may get workbooks like these. Not a must have, but quite helpful. I got those because I purchased the entire set of BD Chaurasya. So this is a great book and it comes with clinical cases, and this is great for like revising whenever you're bored and you do not want to read the entire chapter, but I'll definitely not recommend to like buy this book. Talking about next very favorite subject of mine, which is physiology. The gold standard books for physiology are Guyton and Hall and Genong. I do not have them with me currently because I referred to the PDFs. Guyton is definitely preferred over Genong. Both of them are great books, but if you're looking forward to reading gold standard books, I would recommend you to read Guyton over Genong. Medium standard books for physiology by Indian authors. We have one of the best books, that is A.K. Jain. It comes in 2 volumes. I currently have the first volume with me. These are quite vast books and a lot of students say that these are quite difficult to revise before the examinations, which is true. You will have to refer to your notes or some other book for revision, or your markings in the textbook for revision right before your examination. But A.K. Jain is one of the best books that you can refer to for physiology, taking into consideration the concepts. You will build great concepts through A.K. Jain, and your physiology will be on your fingertips if you're someone who's referring to A.K. Jain. I had a very few friends of mine who are actually referring to A.K. Jain. So you may refer to it if you're going to be consistent and if you trust on yourself. The ground level book. I personally do not consider this as a ground level book because I did refer to this and a lot of my batchmates did refer to this book, but a lot of people do consider it as a ground level book because it comes in a single volume with all topics in it. It is Sembulingam for medical physiology. So this is a great book and a lot of students do refer to this only before their examinations just to revise the concepts. But if you're someone who is referring to A.K. Jain, you're going to find Sembulingam very easy. The condition of my book is not quite well, very sorry for that, but this is a great book and a lot of my batchmates and friends that I know overall have used this book because it is written in a very easy language. It is colorful, so it does not get boring, and it comes in a single volume with almost all topics included. So this is a great book. You can refer to this book if you do not want to be as consistent but still score well. So this is a great book that will help you in building concepts as well as write in examinations without having to refer to multiple books. So yes, this is a great book, but personally I'd recommend you to read Guyton and Hall or Genong along with A.K. Jain, and you can refer to this book before your examinations to brush up your knowledge. Talking about practical physiology, it is one of the important aspects of physiology. You're going to learn a lot of important things in your first year, like blood pressure, pulse pressure, jugular venous pressure, CPR, how to palpate different organs. So whichever journal your college asks you to refer to will be the best. These are the clinical books that you get along with the textbooks. You do not need to buy them separately. These are definitely not must-have, but if you get them along with the textbooks, You can just read and solve questions from this and your clinical concepts will be great. Starting with the last subject, that is biochemistry. The gold standard book for biochem is Harper's. A lot of students do refer to Harper, but I was not one of those. But I can definitely say from reviews from my friends that this is a great book. There's also another book called Lippincott. A lot of students refer to Lippincott over Harper's because it has an easier language and easier concepts understanding. So yeah, Lippincott is a great book as well. The medium standard book written by Indian author for biochemistry is Vasudevan. It is one of the great books that you can refer to for biochemistry because it has topics that are described in great detail but in easier language, so it is very easy to understand. It is quite a vast book and a lot of students complain of not being able to complete the entire book before their examinations, but trust me, if you're reading Vasudevan from day one of your studies, you're going to have biochem over the tip of your fingers because the concepts in Vasudevan are great. I was also one of those students who referred to Vasudevan for biochemistry. Other books that you have for biochem are Satyanarayan. Satyanarayan is considered a ground standard book and a lot of students actually do not refer to Satyanarayan, and the students who do refer to Satyanarayan are considered those are just reading to pass the examinations rather than those who want to build clinical concepts. So I'd not recommend you to use Satyanarayan throughout the year. You can definitely use it right before your examinations to just revise and summarize your concepts. Other books for biochem are MD Rafi. MD Rafi is another great book that few students use. It has easier language including all the topics, very similar to Vasudevan, easier to understand. So MD Rafi is a great book as well. You might have heard about Dr. Jambhulkar sir. He has his own YouTube channel where he makes videos describing topics and it's very easy to understand. He has a notes format PDF that a lot of students refer to. So I have the printed version of this. This is a great note kind of book. You're not supposed to study this book only throughout your year, but you can definitely refer to this. You can just write your own notes beside here, somewhere here, while referring to these notes. It has clinical concepts as well as important topics here. So this is a great book taking into consideration your examinations. I would not recommend you to just refer to this throughout your year. You definitely need a textbook, a medium standard or a gold standard textbook, whatever you prefer. Talking about your clinical biochemistry, your practicals are very, very important because you're going to learn about urine estimations, blood estimations, abnormal and normal constituents of the urine and blood as well. So this is very, very important. This is a journal that our HOD from SRTR GMC Ambejogai, Dr. M.R. Mugrekar sir has written all by himself. And a lot of other colleges do refer to this journal as well. If your college does, well and good. If not, you can just refer to the journal that your college refers to. But you will definitely need a journal in hand throughout your year. We have another video coming soon about which YouTube channels to refer to for your NART, Physio and Biochem throughout your first year. So stay tuned, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.